Welcome to a very special postseason edition of Vikings Film Room. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. The question I get asked most often these days is, what exactly makes Justin Jefferson so good? And how good is he going to be? Well, let's answer that question the only way we know how, and that's film room style. When we dig in to Justin Jefferson's greatest plays of the season, I think we have to start with Tennessee. This was his breakout game, if you will. And in the first play, you're going to see he's man-to-man up on top. And this play, if you notice his alignment, he's just outside the numbers, which gives him plenty of room between he and the sideline. This is man-to-man coverage across the board. Gets off the ball, does a little bit of a pause, and it's that acceleration, it's that shiftiness that causes separation. The ball is thrown perfectly by Cousins. This is on the back shoulder where only the wide receiver can catch it. But you'll see he stops, turns his body, goes back behind himself, and catches it in traffic. The DB doesn't even have a chance to turn himself around. That play was so important with the body position in the one-on-one, in the catch radius of this young man. Empty formation, you see Justin Jefferson down on the slot. There's a linebacker walked out on him, so you know that you have a zone, you have some type of zone coverage. This is not man-to-man. You're not going to put a linebacker one-on-one on Jefferson. And this is just a nondescript little bit of a hitch. He finds that open area, and when he catches this football, he is surrounded by Titans. There are 3 defenders that have him triangulated. Well, at least they think they do. And he turns on the jets, gets outside, and adds almost another 20 yards to that reception. So run after catch is absolutely one of the things that this guy does well. Now, we all know this one. This is the play that gave us the gritty. You get an aggressive Tennessee, man-to-man, hug up, they blitz, you get the play fake. You see him when he gets up on this corner, it's almost as if they misjudge his speed. I mean, he literally just runs right by him, catches the ball just past the 38-yard line. And again, 2 Tennessee defenders have him pinned against the sideline near the 25, and whoop, we get the inside cut. And ladies and gentlemen, we get the gritty. So this was the play, I think, that put Jefferson on the map, and really that game overall gave us a great idea. Now, go up against Houston. Again, corner rolled up. You'll see he knows he has man-to-man, and he sees that he feels that corner is outside shade of him, meaning that corner is playing man-to-man, trying to protect the sideline. He has a safety in the middle of the field, right sitting there, right on the logo. When Jefferson gets upfield, he takes and makes it look like he's running that post. So he's selling the post, and as soon as that corner tries to squeeze it, boom, he plants that right leg, rolls himself outside, and gets himself wide open. So that is a beautiful example of beating one-on-one coverage, especially when a corner is trying to funnel you inside to his help at the safety position. He fakes in, boom, pops out. Great, unbelievable play. All right, the next play against Atlanta, you see Justin Jefferson on the bottom of your screen. At this point, this game is out of hand, meaning the Vikings are down by multiple scores. You'll see Jefferson come up in that stutter and go. And the beauty of the stutter and go is the head. But that move was good enough to get behind the corner, and then the run again after catch. And just that little weave at the end, he freezes the safety, gets himself in the end zone for the touchdown. So an unbelievable double move. Now, I think the next game against the Chicago Bears is really one of his underrated games. Now, his numbers weren't necessarily great, but the catches that he made in this game, I think, were unbelievable. You see him at the bottom of your screen, getting up the field. He's right in there. He catches that football. He's about 5 yards short of the first down. And I remember this play, him putting his shoulder down. Take a look at what he does to Eddie Jackson. Just gives him the shoulder, throws him on the ground, keeps battling. There's about 4 or 5 orange jerseys there that need to bring him down. So he's battling for every single yard that he gets. And that to me showed what this rookie's about, that he's not just about catching the ball and tapping the toes. He's about grinding it out when he has to. This is really just a simple slant route. You'll see him down on the bottom of your screen, one-on-one. Jalen Johnson, the corner, trying to cover him. And he gets up the field, does a little stutter, and then comes underneath. And you'll see that Johnson's trying to work that upfield shoulder, but he jukes him right out of his shoes and he falls down. If Jefferson doesn't fall down on that play, he's still running. So just an unbelievable slant route, turns him over. It's one of those video game moments where you mash the wrong button and you're getting guys to fall down. Another great inside move. And I think what you'll see on this route is he comes up the field, plants that left foot, and then just is able to find that hole in between the defenders, a little just hole in the zone. He catches this football at about the 32-yard line, and the Bears are chasing him well past the 50, all the way down, to the Vikings' 33-yard line. So just a great catch and run by Justin Jefferson. Now we're starting to see what he does well. Finally in this game, this move on Kyle Fuller is just a thing of beauty. You'll see him getting up the field, does the out, gets Fuller to settle down, and then turns around and just makes the catch. But it's to him getting upfield. You'll see him fakes the post, gets that separation, and then comes off, and that's an easy throw and catch. So a very, very, very good route. All right, against the Dallas Cowboys, you'll see Jefferson in the slot. As Jefferson's coming up the field, he's the inside receiver. As he's coming up the field, he knows it's man-to-man, and you see the safety in the middle of the field. So the middle is closed. You want to get to the outside and then work to the 7 route, keeps his feet going, perfect throw. You can't catch him. So once he's so clean and so smooth on those breaks, those corners that think they have him covered on the outside, they really don't. And he's able to get himself outside between them and the sideline. All right, one of the best whip screen little runs that he has here. Now watch this linebacker from Carolina. When Jefferson catches this football, this linebacker has a beautiful inside out coverage, and then all of a sudden, whoop, whoop. It takes 3 more Carolina Panthers to bring him down. So what an unbelievable move. It's a video game moment. The kid, it looks like it's like you're playing Madden in real life. It's unbelievable the moves that this kid can put on. Again, against Carolina, top of your screen, one-on-one. The corner has outside shade, and there's a safety sitting right on top of him. You can see him. The safety is pushed over his way, and then he plants that foot. This time he stops, lets the corner overrun him, and then sprints to the side. Boom, another catch and another touchdown. So he is so good at selling and going toward that deep middle safety, threatening that, and then getting back outside of the corner. You'll see him one-on-one down at the bottom of your picture, plants that foot, and you can see once he plants and gives that move, the separation that he gets. This corner is off of him by 2 or 3 yards. Turns the other way, sprints to the corner of the end zone, easy throw and catch for a touchdown. So player, the corner sees, he thinks it's play action, he thinks it's a deep over. No, it's neither of the two. Plants his foot, boom, goes the other way, easy touchdown on the 7 route. All right, the second Bears game. You see him at the top of the field. They're playing off, trying to give him some type of cushion. You see him work toward the middle of the field, and again, plants those 2 feet, gets outside. This corner was never within 5 yards of him. I mean, he's that good. He's that shifty. You can't play off on him. You try to play off, he's going to turn you around and get you screwed up, and you're not going to be able to cover him. All right, another play against the Bears. This is another great one. You see they have the 3 receivers in the bunch up top. The Bears know what's coming. They know that Jefferson's at the point, and as he's coming up field, you can see the safety over the top. You're going to see Eddie Jackson dart right down the field, trying to beat Jefferson to the point, to the catch. But that ball still gets in there, and this is where he uses his body to shield Jackson off of this. And you'll see a great shot from the end zone. He stutters and goes. By the time before he's even in his break, Eddie Jackson is busting down on this. The ball's thrown to that back shoulder. That's one of my favorite catches of Jefferson this season. All right, against the New Orleans Saints. 2 receivers, slot type formation, 2 tight ends. And one of the great things on this is Mike Boone stepping up, blocking that DB. I mean, without the blocks like these guys, without these other players making these plays, Jefferson doesn't get the yards that he does. This is the ultimate team game. But look at this, wide open in the middle of the field, one-on-one. I mean, what a great route. He's just so hard to cover in space. All right, another opportunity against the Detroit Lions. The Lions here are getting aggressive. They're blitzing, right? They're trying to send and put pressure on Kirk Cousins. You see Jefferson across the middle of the field, really just wide open. But when the safety comes down to get him, you'll see him come back to the football. That little 3-yard bend back in that he does to get to the ball, that makes all the difference in the world because he doesn't allow the safety time to get over the top to get him. And then, of course, it's the run after catch. And, to get caught behind from a linebacker. Don't see that too often, but great hustle play. So later on in the game, the Lions again trying to blitz. Now you want all out blitz, you better get there. And this is a great block by Alexander Madison, the running back. You'll see him scan and then work his way all the way across to pick up the blitzer. Cousins has a clean pocket. And look at this route. Jefferson up the field. He runs the out route, and he is 7 yards from anyone on the sideline. So it's almost impossible to cover this guy one-on-one in space in the middle of the field.